All things considered, Nintendo is one of those companies that has hundreds and thousands of franchises, and this is only going to be a small sampling of them, all things overall. So let's see what are the options here for ranking Nintendo franchises, and let's see what happens. Let's see let's see how this goes. So Advance Wars was a franchise that was originally released on Game Boy Advance. Hasn't been around for a while, seeing a bit of a resurgence now, a little bit of a real-time strategy game where you're trying to advance your war, you're trying to do things. It's fine, in my opinion. I'm glad it's making a comeback. It's never been my style of game. I've never played a version of it, so I don't know how it is. Animal Crossing is one of my favorite games of all time, a game where you're literally just living and having a happy life. Unfortunately, playing Animal Crossing New Leaf right now is a little bit sad for me because I miss when I could just sit back and relax and play Advanced Animal Crossing without having to worry about anything else. But now that time doesn't exist, and it's kind of past its prime, unfortunately. That's just kind of the sad fact. Bayonetta is a great action game, really cool combat, really cool cinematics, very, very energetic in terms of how its visuals are portrayed. It's good. Nothing wrong with Bayonetta. Donkey Kong isn't my favorite franchise. I love Donkey Kong Country games. I love Diddy Kong Country games. I think that they're very interesting and well put together. It's just something about the characters that's never quite connected with me. I've never liked apes in general. So having that be like such a strong portion of your... I'm just ape racist is my issue. Dr. Mario is a franchise that will always have a soft spot in my heart. One of my earliest memories of all time is coming downstairs and seeing that my mom had beaten Dr. Mario overnight, and I was blown away by this fact. My mom doesn't remember this, and I'm just like, Mom, you literally like killed it, and you did great. And she's just like, oh, I don't remember. And just like, come on, why? Fire Emblem is a game I haven't played anything from, so I don't know if it's good or not. I actually don't. So hopefully it is. Hopefully it's a great game that we can all enjoy. And one day I will try it out and have a more full idea of what it is. F-Zero is probably one of the few I'm not a huge racing game fan. So I have played F-Zero games and I do enjoy them. But it's not something I'm going to actively seek out and play for long periods of time. I have to be honest with myself. I like it. Do I love it? No. That's just me. Golden Sun is a really interesting game franchise. I really liked the story. I really liked the gameplay. I think it's really cool. It's really a shame that it hasn't had anything to build up to over the past few years. So all that considered, I can't place it too high up the list. But I do acknowledge that it is interesting and it is good. I don't know why it's like all of them are alphabetical up till ARMS. ARMS is a fighting game. It seems like it's fun. I haven't got a chance to play it more fully yet. I want to. The only game I really don't know here is The Legend of Starfy. So I'm just going to leave that in the middle right now. Just because, I'm probably more likely to play Advanced. We'll figure it out. Kid Icarus. Never a huge fan of it, to be honest. Kid Icarus is a game that's interesting. It seems like a lot of fun. I never fully understood the appeal. So for me, it would be very low on the list. Kirby as well. I've never really fallen for a Kirby game. So if I'm being honest with myself, I have to keep it on the lower side. And Starfy's going to get bumped to the bottom. I can feel it. I can feel it already. Luigi's Mansion. Everyone likes Luigi's Mansion. It's a great game. It's very interesting. It's a lot of fun. I have no issues with Luigi's Mansion. Mario and Luigi games are fun. They're silly. They're well written. Very well written, which I think is great. No issues with Mario games. I'm going to keep them in the middle there. My only critique is that it's not Mario RPG, which is probably one of my favorite games of all time, even though I've never fully beaten it. One day maybe, but no time soon. Mario Kart's Mario Kart. Everyone loves Mario Kart. Everyone loves Mario Kart for a very good reason, and that is because Mario Kart games are really good. Very solid, a lot of fun to play. Thank you, person outside who started to vacuum at the weirdest time. Cool. That's just what's happening now. All right, that's what we're doing. Mario Party. Mario Party is great. It's classic. It's a lot of fun. You can always enjoy the party anytime you want to, and it's going to be a hilarious venture going forward as well. So always enjoy Mario Party. The only thing that brings Mario Party down is the fact that it is annoying to play with people who are assholes. And it's kind of unavoidable because when you play Mario Kart, everyone is an asshole. Everyone is always an asshole. It's a good thing to keep in mind. So with all that considered, we just have to kind of keep going forward from there. We have Super Mario. Super Mario is a interesting game. It's a lot. Well, it's one of the best franchises that's ever really existed. I would say Mario Kart comes first. Super Mario comes easy second. Like, easy second. Very well put together, a lot of fun, interesting, good, solid games. Metroid, for me, is a game that falls just short of, like, pinnacle gameness. I love Metroid. I would happily play Metroid for hours and hours and hours. But is it one of those ones that consistently grabs me all the time? I'm going to say no. It's very hit or miss for me, especially after the tragedy that is the Metroid that shan't be spoken. The Mother franchise, Earthbound, I think is great. I've never completed a Mother game, but one day I hope to. One day I shall. So that's good. Paper Mario is a real mixed bag these days. Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, one of my favorite games of all time, even despite the end, which is just annoying. And it's taken a turn for the worse. Like, none of the games recently are connecting. No one seems to be enjoying them. So all that considered, it's got its issues. It's got its fair share of problems. Pikmin is great. I like Pikmin. I would think it's like solidly in the middle, and it's something that I hope makes a bigger comeback one day. Pokemon. Everyone loves Pokemon. I will happily play a Pokemon game for at least a few hours. The last one I've actually dove any significant amount of time into was Pokemon X and Y, so it's been a while, but that's fine. Punch-Out is a series I have never really enjoyed. I understand its appeal. I don't mind its appeal, but overall, not one that's on my radar, not one I go out of my way to play. I will say Rhythm Heaven is a game that seems like a lot of fun, even though I haven't yet got to try it. So one day, maybe, perhaps, I shall get the chance. Smash Brothers is absolutely excellent. I would put it myself right behind Animal Crossing. I think it's a wonderful game, very funny, great memories with it. I have no issues with Smash Brothers at all. Splatoon game is surprisingly good. A lot of fun. Very energetic, very entertaining. I think Splatoon has a lot of charm. I really like the gunplay without violence idea. And just like, I think that's really interesting. And just the way the matches go, where you're just trying to cover things up in paint. Yeah, no issues. Splatoon's a really fun game. Star Fox, very interesting game. Star Fox is a lot of shooty bang bang in space. I would say, overall, for me, I have great memories of Star Fox, another series that's kind of fallen out of favor a little bit, but still good, fun, classic pick-up-and-play silliness, which I think is good. I can see what's going to happen here, so this is going to get bumped down here, this is going to get bumped down here, and we're going to just make these last four work, because this is just Mother. I'll just do this, and now it doesn't exist. Excellent. Warioware. Warioware is fun. It's silly, it's perfect pick up and play gameplay, one I would happily play over and over again and enjoy for a long period of time. I know Advance Wars is going to fall down here, so I'm just going to move that now. Xenoblade. I've only played a little bit of one Xenoblade. It's a little bit happy with the titty shots where I'm just like, is that necessary? So I'm just like, for me, it's held back by its fan service. And that's kind of all I remember from it. But I remember the gameplay was really starting to pick up. It was starting to get fun, and then life got busy, so I never really played. Am I interested in playing more of it? Absolutely. So I hope that it's one of those ones that comes out through. Yoshi. Now, here's my question. Are we talking Yoshi's Island, or are we talking like Yoshi, the Yoshi games? Because Yoshi's Island is fantastic. But Yoshi, as in a lot of the Yoshi games, are middle of the pack for me. And I would put them right behind Donkey Kong. I feel like as a franchise, very solid, very fun, and it's good. Will I play more of it going forward? I think it's safe to say yes. It's just, I really like how they're just really building upon the craft aesthetic with Yoshi games. I really like how they're setting that up. It feels like they're really treating it with a lot of care and hilariousness, which I enjoy. So for all that considered, I would easily put them in the top. Legend of Zelda. This should surprise no one. All-time favorite Nintendo franchise. I have the tattoo of the Triforce on my wrist that no one here can see. Oh, you can see. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. So that's my tattoo. Well, one of my tattoos. That is Legend of Zelda. I love Legend of Zelda. Everyone loves Legend of Zelda. How can you not like Legend of Zelda? And I feel like this could be probably one of my more bulletproof lists in terms of my own personal opinions. So, overall, the only one I don't really have an opinion on is Starfy because I've never played one. And apart from that, I think that Nintendo makes really good games. So this is me continuing Nintendo Week for all it's worth. And I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. My name is Matti McLean. You can find me on problematic streaming platform Spotify at A Canadian in Eurovision. You can find me online on Twitter and Instagram at The Big Shabam. And finally, if you like what you've seen here and you want to help me out, feel free to like, subscribe. It really does help. And also, if you want to see me do something next, don't be afraid to tell me. Looking forward to hearing from y'all soon, and you have a great day now.